it's Andy again. So I'm coming here to talk about our brows. Now, I used to be someone who was like, ugh, I don't care, whatever, my brows are whatever. Who cares? I'll leave them alone. And then I started learning a little more about them. So for instance, the brows are like the drapes to your eyes. And whenever you have a window that doesn't have drapes, it kind of looks a little lackluster. Now, there are some people that have beautifully naturally filled eyebrows and they definitely don't need it. But look at this. That is a scar that I got when I was little. So I definitely need a little more to it. So it adds a little more dimension to your face and it feels amazing. Now I'm going to go through some different things that we have, but let's talk about the two products that ShadowSense does have available that work great for your eyes. So first we do have a BrowSense. BrowSense, it comes with a little spoolie on the end and it has a little thin, and I'll show you. Let me shake it up first. It does have a little thin brush that you can easily do your application with. So there's that. This is the taupe color. This would be my color, but I am also using our ShadowSense, which is a cream to powder shadow. You'll learn more about it and all about the eyes after this. And it has, I use French roast because that matches my more reddish brown hair right now. So I will be using this one right now. And what I use to apply our cream to shadow is I have two different spoolies. I have one that's a straight one and one that's a curved. All you have to do is bend it this way and it'll go. And what I like to do as I apply it is I brush it up first and then I just kind of whoo, and it shapes it. Do you notice how that's shaped a little differently by just doing that? That's why I do a little angle. So then again, up, and then woo. Okay, it doesn't fully undo it. Yes, I do the sound effects. See how that looks even a little fuller right there? So it just helps relay those. So you can do a flat one that does the whole thing and goes across. Same thing with your BrowSense. It has, there we go. It has a spoolie already in there. So you can also dip that in there. I know some people that'll dip it in there and brush it on lightly to just automatically make a nice easy swoop and done. It's a little interesting to me. Haven't done that approach before, but it works out great. I do like our BrowSense. Our BrowSense has the ability to stay on just as well as our eyeliner and our LipSense, which again, you'll see a little more about that later today too. So let's go ahead and do my ShadowSense. I'm using French Rose because I do have that burgundy-ish red hair going on. So what I do is I use a thin, angled brush, so nice and thin, angled, and it is a flat brush, so it's no floofy to it. And I take this and I dab right on the tip, and I'm gonna look for the inside corner of my eye, which also lines up with my nostril here. Not my nostril, sorry, the tip of my nose. Here, second point is right across the pupil. Third point is right at the corner of your eye. Those are your spots you're going to go to. So I outline first by going on the bottom. Yes, it is a little harsh. So I went to that first point right there. Now I'm going to go down here to my angled point. Okay. And then I'm going to take the top. Good news is you can always fix anything that winds up being too harsh and go from there. Oh, I'm not getting enough. There we go. To there, and then bring it to my point. There we go. So notice I'm a little harsh right here, so that's why I keep my spoolie on hand, but I'm going to take a little bit and then I'm going to draw some little hairs basically. So there we go. Nice and into there, filling it in all the way through. And then you can keep it light here. So I always turn mine sideways at that point. I'm gonna go right here on the top. I know I went too heavy right here. I'm not using my mirror, I'm using my phone. So that's my bad. So I'll show you how to adjust that to make it easier. to work. Now, one important part about filling your brows in, remember they are sisters, not not twins. They do not need to be identical. So I take my spoolie and I just go gently over the top there. You saw where I was a little too harsh, and I can just blend it out to where it goes. And if you take your earlier foundation brush, you can adjust right on the inside to where it's lighter altogether. Ta-da! So now notice how this one just blends in. You do want to match the color of your hair to your roots, not lighter, not darker. There's always that part that's a little weird. So always match to your roots as best you can. So here we go. Second one. Second verse, same as the first. Outline. It's kind of like coloring in the lines, guys. If you get a good outline, you can make it work really well to fill it in. You can always go darker on the outside than on the inside, just to let it blend. Again, I'm doing this on my camera, so my dimension is a little off as I'm watching this, so I'll wind up fixing this spot right here. So just bear with me. You don't have to have it perfect the first time. You can just blend it out. I am gonna blend a little darker over here now that my brush is getting a little darker. And then to fix it up, now that it's sat a little bit, cream to powder does allow it to set and hold in place for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna take my flat one right here and do that. And then blend, blend, blend. And now it's nice and blended, it's ready to go, and my drapes are on my face and ready for the rest of it. It does take a little practice to get used to the filled look, because as you can see, my birthmark, or not my birthmark, my scar that I have there, it looks so much better now, and they are sisters, not twins, and it works out great. So there's your fun tip, and always the fun part is adding this little tail right here. As you see right there, it just gives the rest of that framed look. And then you'll see some more posts about, or some more info about this in the rest of the post with this video. Thank you so much.